Yo, what is good? My great faithful. What is good, yo? Tell me why this week's episode was by far the best week I have ever seen of some Black Clover. I guess not ever seen, but you get what I'm saying. This was by far the best looking episode they have dropped in quite some time, so it was really interesting to see that they had this in store for us, just because everything I was kind of expecting pretty much already was kind of showcased. Like, me and a buddy of mine were talking about Yami's ability to pretty much go beyond and what that might actually look like and why is he on a different level than other people. Come to find out, I was right in the grand scheme of we've like already seen it, right? Like, of course it was like his dimensional slash. The man can cut through dimensions, like, come on. So there's that, and then the simple fact of the matter is how they actually took upon showcasing more of it to us by having him in a world that is pretty much the strongest, if not the craziest thing to be a part of. Because the Dream Girl took on like an elf, and she also got some kind of like explanation into how she can use her power, how she could be capable of just being as strong, if not stronger, than what she was already seeing people capable of, or not seeing people, but what she was seeing the elf was capable of using her for. It's these types of things that really make these captains a lot stronger than they used to be. Just by hearing that the guy who got beat up by the flame captain, it just goes to show you that any and everybody could get stronger from these situations. It just comes down to who actually is growing from them and who's just getting shut down and not really learning anything, unfortunately. So to know that Yami pretty much has reached a new level, and this is probably, I'm trying to think exactly when the dimensional slash was used. I think it was used on the devil, am I wrong? First? The devil, with the help of the one girl to guide his blade, the elf version of Charlotte. So this is the wifey right here, but I can't remember entirely if that was the first. I feel like no, the first time he used it was against the wolf, the Vito guy. Yeah. Oh my god, that was dirty. He got me. Um, and because he used it on that person, it was just an instant, pretty much KO. But we also had him in a position where he pretty much was just capable of being pushed to his limits, and sometimes the battles came to a conclusion too fast, and we never actually got to see what he was going to be able to do at the end of the day. So now we have a much better understanding of what these things might actually turn out to look like if he's pushed any further. I mean, I don't know how much stronger he can get slicing dimensions. I guess he could just be slicing multi-dimensions as his next step. So overall though, man, I really do look forward to what we're gonna be getting, because this episode just kind of re-alchemated all my thoughts and memories of how ridiculous everything kind of can look. Oh, I can't use my thing. That was dumb. Um, we lost. But overall, I really do like that Yami is the one who's like the strongest. I mean, not only because he's like one of my favorite characters, but mainly because with how he handles himself and like carries himself, you can definitely tell he has something going for him, but he doesn't necessarily show it as everybody else does. So there's that, and I'm definitely interested to see what you guys are thinking about all this. Black Clover has been on a tremendously long break in the sense in the sense of just what we've been watching and how things have been turning out overall. Because if we really had it our way, Black Clover would be pretty far along into the Spade Kingdom already doing stuff. So yeah, there's just not much we can do about that aspect of the show. It's just hope it gets to that point sooner than later, and if not, we'll just have to keep wondering when or how it's going to get to these moments. Not to mention the fact that we haven't even seen some of these people pushed to their limits, and if Yami can create such a move like the Dimensional Slash, is there anyone else that could even be on this type of level, or is it just something that dark magic is more keen to doing, is to be pushed farther? And Yami also has just a character being able to sense people and where they are. It's kind of another huge strong point of his character, and not being like caught off guard is because he can sense your key, something that doesn't even necessarily exist within it doesn't exist within just people with magic. It doesn't exist with people just without magic. It's a little bit of everything. So these are the types of things that you got to be thinking about, is how ridiculously powerful some of these people are, and them going full out like they just did was kind of a telling point of how they can do this without killing each other. They did all this without even making it, oh my god, they did all this without even making it to a point where someone died, right? Like, everybody went supposedly all out, but no one ends up dying at the end of the day. So these are the types of things that really showcase their strength. The dream world was probably second strongest, next to actually Yami Slash, because that dream world could pretty much nullify anybody in the whole entire series, from what I'm understanding, um, until you cut through the dimension of it, right? Like, it's its own separate dimension, and by cutting through it, his Slash also goes through and cuts both of the team's crystals. You gotta have some comedy in there with all the captains being serious and trying to absolutely outdo one another. But to be fair, I think the green guy, praying mantises, he showed out though. He showed out. Holy crap, man, that was fire. But yeah, overall though, Black Clover finally looking amazing in the animation department again, like as if it's a demon slayer or something. So gotta love that. Just look at the detail on Yami's arm and stuff, during the smallest detail of him getting his attack ready, and then him actually doing it. Just look at how ridiculous he looks and how much detail they put into it. So I hope you guys are having an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be when you're watching this. I am your boy, the Anime G, and I will definitely talk to you sooner than later. So with that being said, peace. Jeez.